raise you up off of the bed of affliction. He's able to pick you up out of the muck and the mire and to set your feet on the rock. The God that I serve is able to take a zero and make him a hero. The God that I serve is able to pick up the last one that everybody thought would succeed and make you a success. I know you got us bound right now. And you got these chains on our wrists. Our feet are in shackles and we can't make a move. I know you got us tied up and in a bad enough. I even heard you make the request that you're going to turn up the furnace 7 times hotter than it should be burned. But before you throw us in, there's something we got to tell you. Devil, before you write the end on this story, let me testify, please. I was once down, but the Lord raised me up. I was once out, but he brought me in. I was once on crack, but he brought me back. I was once a faggot, but he made me a man. I was once laying in sin, but he stood me up. I can't stop the fire, but you can't stop my testimony. You can't make me doubt it. I know too much about it. He says right now, we're in your hands, but God is married to our mouth. And we just said that God is going to deliver us out of your hand. Go ahead and throw me in. My testimony went in before I did. My faith confession went in before I did. Go ahead and throw me in. God wouldn't let you put me in the fire until I sent the word ahead of me. We sent the word that God is going to deliver. That's how I know I'm not going to be a statistic. When I heard they was laying off, I stood in my cubicle and said, I've been young and now I'm old, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Come on, church, we got to go. I've been down before. This ain't the first time I've been broke. This ain't the first time I've been laid off. This ain't my first marriage. This ain't the first time I cried. This ain't the first time I thought about killing myself. Go ahead and throw me in. I have sent the word. And so the ones that grabbed threw them in. And the Bible says that the flames were so hot deep, that the flames were so fiery, that they killed the ones that threw them in. These flames were meant for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but because they put the word ahead of them, what was coming for them detoured and went the other way. And so the ones that threw them in were the ones that caught on fire and died. Don't let my circumstances. I know I look like I'm a mess. I know I look like I'm not real. I know I look like I'm not going anywhere. But you better be very careful about how you put your hands on me to throw me in the fire. Because the God that's on my side will let you throw me in. And the fire that was meant for me is going to burn you. The trap that you dug for me, you're going to fall in it. The grave that you opened for me, I'm going to do your benediction. Be very careful how you put your hands on me. Because God said, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. I know they look a mess, but they're still my child. I know they're going through a bitter marriage, but they're still anointed. I know he's struggling with alcohol, but I still call him. I know they got a past, but I got a future. God, my anointed. And so they went in, fell down, bound. 3 went in, bound. 3 went in, tied. 3 went in, chained. 3 went in, shackled. And the king closed the door. The second fatal mistake, he walked away and said, I'm going to give them time. That is a mistake. If you give me time, I'll get it together. If you give me time, I'll reinvent my comeback strategy. If you give me time, I'm going to get stronger. So he closed the door and said, I have thrown so many criminals in. I know what's going to happen the dead. I have already done this before, so I know the outcome. So arrogant Nebuchadnezzar went and sat down and just started looking at his watch and let time pass. And he said, okay, enough time. And he goes over to the gate of the furnace and he opens it up. And much of the king's surprised, he had the white sleep out of his eyes. And he called over to his people and said, people, oh people, I need you to help me with my math right now. He said, I don't know, because that tree I just smoked got my math all messed up. I need somebody to tell me, how many did I throw in? And the people said, King, you threw in. But they were bound. Nebuchadnezzar, what do you see? I see. And they're free. What in the world happened? I see 4 and they're free. But there's something about that 4th man. There's something about that 4th one. He don't look like him. He's not a man like him. The form of the Lord is like the Son of God. This 4th man that I see, he don't look like them. He looks like the Son of God. What have we done? What mistake have we made? I knew it was 3 Christians, but God got in. Who left the gate open? That God got in. Oh, no, King. We sealed the gate. We closed the door. We locked the door and threw away the key. How did God get in? You locked the door. You closed the gate. How did God get in? Oh, King, we forgot to tell you one thing. God inhabits the praises of his people. You serve in with a praise. And because of praise, that's how God got in. So the king opened the door and brought them out. And the Bible says when they came out, they didn't look like smoke. The king said, oh my God, that's Tommy Hilfiger. That don't smell like sulfur. Oh my God, that's not sulfur. That's not smoke. You don't even look like it. You've been in a fire. What happened to you? King, didn't we tell you that the God we serve was going to deliver us out of your hand? What happened? Our revelation was greater than the situation. And whenever your revelation is greater than the situation, deliverance is certain.